All right, what up? What up? How's everybody doing? So yeah, the Batman is at 367 world records. Hold on. Spider or something. Yeah, 367 world records. You understand? I'm a boss, absolute boss, cream of the crop, baby boss. You understand? All these other folks, I'm telling you, they in the same cycles, repeating the same cycles, failing. We out here succeeding, teaching you how to succeed and doing the real thing. Like I said, 367 world records. Who coming close? See, this is what I do. While folks get online and they just talk to talk and they do what they do, we all know what it is. Let them talk. Let them do that. I use it as incentive every day. See, I'm teaching this new generation how it works. You understand? Like, too many folks is getting online, talking, saying this and that. You know what I mean? Just talking to talk, talking crazy, right? What is the point? Focus on bettering yourself, man. You understand? Get results, get money. We out here getting money. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You got to understand the world is lost, man. You know, you got the other homeboy, right? Hey, all y'all pay me, man. Understand, like, y'all be repeating yourself. So let me address you directly. Let me explain this, right? You all be repeating yourself, right? And ain't making no point. Okay? Like, he just got locked up. He just went to jail the other day for making a mistake, because that's what folks do, right? Make a lot of mistakes, right? Again, you know, people have to be in a position, right, to give me advice. If you are not in a position to give me advice, how would you thus said then give me advice? See the point? See, what people don't understand is it's not all about the internet. The internet has nothing to do with it. We out here, this is reality, brother. And in reality, I'm winning. The dude said the same thing, and this is a new year. Now I'm letting folks know what it is, and I was just waiting patiently to tell him. I've been waiting this whole time. If you pay attention, oh, I'm super obvious about it. You understand? So yeah, I told him today what it was. He wanted, keep talking about this job stuff, brother. This is the lowest wages down here. Okay, if you're out here making mistakes, right, and you're, zoning out and, basically, like, in other words, like, when people are standing in front of you and they're like zoning out, like you don't know what they're doing or thinking, that's what he does. Like, you know, like, brother, just get real, man. Like, you got to have it together to tell me anything. That's first off. You got to make sense. Like, you know what I mean? All these folks, like I said, they live off of their parents' funds. That's why it's no problem, right? When you make a mistake, you go to jail because they bailed you right out, obviously. Because, see, we don't have that luxury. You see the difference? You see the difference in entitlement? See, entitled folks, they run around doing whatever they want. So all these folks keep catching charges, catching felonies, right? Me, I got a crystal clear record pretty much. I don't have nothing. I got no felonies, nothing, and I have to run my business. So how are you going to give me advice when right there you're proving you couldn't walk in my shoes? What are you talking about? See, this is what people don't get. You're trying to have your cake and eat it too. It doesn't work that way. You understand? There's a way that this world works, and there's a system of rules just like there's a system of laws. And see, what I do is I understand how the law truly actually works. It's not up to people to decide it. They can't change it. I know the law. My dad was a UT graduate lawyer, injury lawyer. My grandfather was a Supreme Court judge, Supreme Court justice. It don't get no more powerful than me and my family. Okay? We are all that. We are the law, literally. I mean, what do you mean? Doesn't get any more above me. That's why when all these folks were fronting, I mean, that's cute. And all I do is document the evidence. There's no rush. There's no hurry. That's what folks don't get. Oh, there's no hurry. Like I said, everything doesn't need to be explained. Everything doesn't deserve a response. Let folks talk. Let them do what they do, and we keep winning. And they don't even understand. Nobody understands what's happening. How much ground we're covering every day. How much we're winning out here. How we won in the street. No real thing. Does this not look real to you? What? You see it's dark out, right? And what comes out? What comes out at night? The monsters. The real monsters. You understand? Not fake stuff and telling stories. You understand? Yeah, see, that's what folks got to understand. Y'all want to say cute lines and keep talking and talking and like, what? None of it exists, brother. You understand? We all know who the monster is. Truly. We all know who the giant is. We all know who the beast is, baby. You understand? Me. You know what I mean? All that other fake stuff is for the birds. Feel me? Let them do what they do. Let them pretend this and that. Like I said, there is a system of rules. There is a system of corruption in this country. Please stop acting. Okay? And this is what folks do every day. They act, and then they want you to be a part of their acting. The real ones don't act, and I'm one of the real ones. I don't do no acting. I don't do no sideshow circus acts. You understand? Like, come on, bro. That's Joker stuff. Joker. You understand? I don't get down like that at all. You understand? I'm the real deal. And I'm not wearing hockey pads. You understand? Does it not look exactly like the depiction? Because I am the depiction, brother. I'm here. I'm here in the physical form. You should hear the things people say to me on social media. You understand? Brother, get yourself some self-respect. That's all it is. Get yourself some respect. I'm not in the business of letting what people say stop me or accomplish anything. I'm in the business of listening to God. God taught me be completely non-reactive and become everything they fear and become undeniable. And that's what I did. You know, when Ra's al Ghul told me, you know what I mean? If you become more than just a man, right? If you become an ideal and they can't stop you, well, then you become something else entirely, which is legend, Mr. Wang. See, I've already become legend. I am the legend, literally. Legend means there's tons of stories about me. There's tons of history. It's like there's tons of history everywhere, right? I'm the living legend, brother. Just like y'all called me before I ever put on a bat suit. Y'all already knew. You just didn't know who I was. You didn't know I was Batman. Everything I'm saying is a fact. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. Whatever you want to tell yourself, that's fine. Tell yourself what you want. I'm very tired today, and I'm still moving, okay? Like I said, it's because I'm doing a lot. I'm working and I'm expanding. My businesses are all succeeding. It's multiple. It's not just one. Understand that. So we're making progress every day. And folks is just aloof, you understand, to what's going on. And I find it quite hilarious. I really do. I find it to be quite hilarious. You understand? And we are just going to continue to win and continue to push forward. And it's that simple. You understand? Give me 1 second. So you see, that's my point is, you know, people in the public, especially on social media, they can all have an opinion, you know. I've also seen that the love outweighs the fear. A lot of people see it and they give it a chance like a normal person would. And they look and they assess the situation. And they say, okay, like this dude might actually be the real deal. He might be real. So let me not, you know what I'm saying? Let me not act like or front on it. You know, it's normal, man. It's natural. You know what I mean? We're human beings, man. You know, we have human behavior, you know, but we have to come together and we have to unify. I'm not against anyone. You know, folks have been against me. They all got together like down here. I'm enforcing divine law across whole cities. That's my job. That's what I do. I do God's will. I don't do no talking. I've got tons of receipts, tons of documented proof, tons, all the stripes in the street, all the street history. I'm the most thorough dude in existence in every hood, every borough. Anyone in Atlanta, when I tell you I run Atlanta, I really run Atlanta. See, folks don't understand who they talking to at any time, and everybody gets online and they just talk to talk, but they don't understand there's people like me who actually exist. Well, there isn't, it's just me. But there's me and I exist. And that's okay. That's good. You understand? That's what we want. The element of surprise. We don't want the public to be aware. You know, we're going to take this to Atlanta. I run Atlanta. And when, you know, we just had some folks, I think they in jail in Atlanta, and they was talking crazy, right? Okay. Well, you know, see, you could have just been legit and been respectful. But if you want to say things and you don't even know who you're talking to, no problem. Because I run Atlanta for real. So, like I said, the minute God give me the money, right? And that's the thing. Everybody's so quick to talk and say something. Things don't happen in a rush, brother. This is how life works. I went through a period of stagnation for 3 years, bro. I've been doing this Batman thing, been the real Batman for 3 years. Ran the project out my own pocket. I put thousands and thousands of dollars into this. You can't talk to me about no money. I'm Bruce Wayne, the real one. I've made and spent millions every year. See, they want you to impress them. They want you to fulfill a role that doesn't exist. For what? Doesn't make sense. The depictions are about me, brother. All the story. Hi there, Susie. All the stories are about me. Happy New Year. Yeah, we starting this new year off right. And like I said, you can see who support me and who doesn't. Look, she's here. I give her credit. Right, exactly. Thank you. Right. When I say I run Atlanta, I mean I run Atlanta. Okay. I've been all through Bankhead, right? I really run Atlanta. Like, I'm the guy. And people have known this. There was people making videos publicly on YouTube saying, they said, turns out it's the truth. He really run Atlanta. Like, for real. So when you got dudes in Atlanta jails and they want to talk crazy and don't know what's going on or who they talking to, okay. Challenge accepted. We accept all challenges over here. But see, the thing is, we don't get in our feelings like you, right? And y'all just, you know, act out. That's not what we do. What I'm going to do now is the minute I get the money, right, and God give me the budget, I mean, we were going to do this anyway. We're going to be in all these cities. I run Los Angeles. I run everything coast to coast. This is my country and my world. I run the world. I have power like that. I have more power than Trump. Whatever Trump says is irrelevant now. Do you understand this? It's whatever Batman wants, because this is pure dominance and muscle. You starting to get the point yet, or do you still think it's a joke? You can't say something's a joke when the dude's got all the stripes in the street and is really putting work in and defeated the cartel and all these gangs. It's not possible. Let's get real, brother. Let's get real. So like I said, you know, folks want to talk. Okay, no problem. You know, no problem, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's easy. It's easy arithmetic, man. You already know about me. You understand? So what's going to happen the minute I get the money? Oh, I'm going to go prove that I run Atlanta quick. And we're going to fix up the city because there's tons of corruption there. And they'll do the same thing. Try to stop me. Right? Just like he said, you don't run Atlanta. Atlanta runs this. Really? Atlanta runs something? What does Atlanta run other than their mouth? I mean, come on, bro. You in jail right now. I mean, clearly, who did the city own? Right? Clearly, who did the city own? Who runs who, right? We'll be right back.